God, I love business so much. I got sold to today better than anything that I've ever experienced in my entire life. There's this guy who sold one of the largest food distribution companies in the world a few years back. And now he's starting and is already in the process. He already has the best team I've ever seen in my entire life. Everyone on his team is a multi millionaire entrepreneur that he partnered up with to create one of the coolest businesses I've ever seen in my entire life. This guy is spectacular. I'm going to be hanging out with him a lot, so I'll definitely bring him on some of the videos. His name's Cole. But before I don't know, I had to sign my first NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement around the business model that they have. So I don't know what I can and can't talk about. So I'm just going to talk broadly about how he sold me to work with them, because they are not the ideal person that I work with because they have not yet started their brand. Right now, I work with exceptionally large businesses, usually $50 million per year plus businesses. And I help them grow their brand so they can get more reputation and more customers or whatever their goals are. And this company, they really need a incredibly strong brand. And so this guy, Cole, he has become a good friend of mine pretty quickly. I really like the fella. And I told him a strategy I think he should do because he knows who people I work with. He said that he would do anything for me to work with him. And I turned him down. I said, no, you're not exactly where I need you to be. I can help you get to where you need to be to where I'll take you on. I only work with people who already have an established brand and I take it to the next level. But this person, they don't have anything to establish, but they have some huge names that a lot of people would know who they are that are part of this company. I mean, like ginormous names because it's such a cool business model and they're trying to revolutionize a space. And so this guy, I'm going to go over the psychology that he used to sell me to want to work. He basically said anything. He said, basically write your check. But he said, what I'm going to do, because if you believe in this business model like I do, he said, all I do is eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff. And you believe it when he says it. This guy believes in what he's saying more than anyone I've ever met in my entire life. He has so much conviction that what he's doing is going to help change the world with his business model and revolutionize an industry that it makes me believe it. That's the key thing. When you're a founder, you have to actually believe that you are going to change the world with what you're doing. And this guy, you can see it in his eyes. I mean, you can feel the energy that's coming out of him when he's talking about this business and what they're doing and the cool shit and the people that they're hiring. They hired the number one AI coder quite literally in the entire world. And I mean, the amount of, and this guy chose that. He left his job at one of the biggest companies in the world where he was the number one person to come and work with this startup because he thinks it's going to change the world as well. Every single one of these people are just fucking ridiculous. They're just beyond A-class players. And he was saying that I'm the missing link and they need their marketing, they need their brand really, really ramped up. And so I named my service. I named everything. I said, this is what's needed for me to show you the best results possible, because what I care about is my reputation. I care about doing things the right way. And the problem with starting from scratch is most people don't have the budget that you need to. And they said, don't worry about the budget. Anything you need, you can have. And then he said, I want you to believe in this. We're going to get on a call and we're going to discuss a split between how much payments actually coming in and then an equity split to actually get part of the company. And that's what really sold me, because he said, you just believe it when this guy's saying it. And I know that we're going to make it happen because of the fucking confidence. When someone has that good of an attitude and they, from so deep within their core, are just oozing out confidence that they are going to make it happen and anything that gets in their way, they're going to fix. That's the kind of ship that you want to get a part of and just go. And so I'm the type of guy that I want to work with the best people in the world. And this guy and his team are the best people in the entire world. And he sold me on that. And I said, the way I operate is I'm going to find the best talent in the entire world and pay them a blank check until they come to work for us. And Cole said, you're damn right. That's how we operate. And he said, don't worry about the budget. Find the best people in the world, and we're going to build the team. You're going to be a part of it. And so that's what got me interesting, because this is going to be my first time actually being able to develop a dream team for this guy's company. So I'm fucking soaked. I'm soaked. Very much from a personal level. This really, really excites me, because I know that we can do something truly spectacular. And you guys will know it too when I'll do some videos with him, because we'll be hanging out a ton. And when we launch his brand, and I just have to find out what I actually signed, because when I was looking on the back end of their business model, there's this person who's one of the biggest hedge funds in the world is wanting to be their number one investor and basically write them a blank check, telling you guys a proper check, something I've never seen before in my entire life. And because they're raising money right now, and so there's some people who really want to invest, some humongous names. And I don't even know what the hell I signed. I just know to look at the back end of their business, I had to sign an NDA to get in. I know I can, so I got to find out what I can and can't talk about. Awesome. I'm just excited to work with this guy and his team and create something special with the first ever time where I really can just hire the best team to do it and just go off to the races. And so I got sold to today for the first time really, really hard. I mean, probably, I understand sales psychology exceptionally well, because I use it to close the biggest clients in the world, because that's what you have to do when you're talking to these exceptionally large business owners. But the psychology of closing an actual employee is slightly different. And I've never, ever wanted to work with someone more in my life. And this is not the person who's my ideal client. And I might bite myself in the future for taking this on, because it doesn't reach my exact standards. But fuck, he makes me want to do it. So I'm just going to get it done.